You can see my screen, right?
Uh, Yet to. Mm, yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So the first thing is, you already know, Nicole sent an email for cost center approver change.
Yes.
So in production, you will go to VMCC approver. Most probably, she will give you only the cost center name.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in order to search here, you need the company code.
Okay.
So you either look for the company code in KA03 or you look for selection by contents. And since you only know the cost center, you are going to search by cost center and put in, I don't know, some cost center number, choose, and if it says no match found, then you will have to add a new entry. I
Okay.
mean, the only thing about adding a new entry, either in this table or the other table, I want you to copy an existing entry rather than adding a new entry
Okay.
because ये सब fields बहुत गड़बड़ है. मतलब ये तो ठीक है,
Mm-hmm.
ये टेबल तो आपका स्पेशल केस अप्रूवर टेबल तो पता है ना, जीवीएन जीएल एसपीएल केस.
Yes.
तो इसमें क्या होती है, ये एक्सेस इम्पोर्टेंट है
Mm-hmm.
और यूजर नेम इधर रहती है, यूजर नेम 3 4 ऐसा कुछ बहुत सारे फील्ड है और ये कस्टमर नेम वन नेम टू कंट्री ऐसा सारे फील्ड्स हैं. तो
Mm-hmm.
मैं तो बोलता हूँ कोई भी एग्जिस्टिंग एंट्री उठा के उसको कॉपी करके डेटा चेंज कीजिए.
Okay.
निकोल आपको ईमेल करेगी और आप उसको ऐड कर दीजिए और सर्विस नाउ में रिक्वेस्ट क्लोज कर दीजिए.
Sure.
तो आई मीन ये प्लीज लिख लीजिए, आइलिन मैनलैंगेट बोल के एक यूजर है टैक्स का.
Just a sec.
ये वर्टेक्स अपडेट है. वर्टेक्स अपडेट क्या होती है, मैंने आपको वर्टेक्स कभी बताया नहीं.
Priyatam, one thing. What was the name?
uh,
Erin Meng something.
आइलिन मैनलैंगेट.
Okay.
Okay, she will send an email. Either she will send or Helen will send. If not, you follow up with her on 26th of this month
Okay.
uh, and save this link. This is Vertex Development.
Okay.
Let me create a user ID for you. आपको कौन सा यूजर नेम चाहिए?
जो है अवेलेबल सर एस खान.
ये केस सेंसिटिव है, स्मॉल एस का नहीं आएगा.
Okay.
अपर केस में आप लिखेंगे तो नहीं आएगा.
Okay. सर मुझे
पासवर्ड पी
I
एस
I
एस
forgot
डब्ल्यू
to
आर डी.
wait. I
बोले.
forgot to ask you लास्ट मंथ ही करा रहे थे सर मेरे से ये. तो एक बार प्रैक्टिस हो
हाँ,
जाता है आपके सामने.
क्या क्या?
You should have asked me to do it last month so that एक प्रैक्टिस हो जाता.
हाँ, इसमें कुछ नहीं है, इसीलिए मैं छोड़ दिया. आई मीन सीखने के लिए कुछ है पर करने के लिए ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है.
Okay.
ओके.
Mhm.
आपका पासवर्ड है PASSWRD स्मॉल.
Okay.
आपका लिंक इसमें डालना. ये लिंक और ये सबको शेयर कीजिए.
Sure.
ओके. सो व्हाट यू विल डू, मैंने आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन क्लास में भेजा.
Mhm.
वंस यू गेट एन ईमेल जिप फाइल,
Mhm.
as soon as you get an email, send an email to SAP Basis to apply the patch in development and quality.
Okay.
Um, and then once they say they applied the patch in development and quality,
Mhm.
create a change request,
Mhm.
minor change request
Okay.
in SAP
In.
SAP Finance में नहीं, SAP Tax में.
Okay.
में एक चेंज रिक्वेस्ट क्रिएट कीजिए
हम्म,
और क्रिएट करने के बाद को आइलिन को डी और क्यू करने के लिए बोलिए। ये टेस्ट करेगी वेबसाइट में आके।
सर लास्ट लाइन फिर से रिपीट करवाओ, आवाज़ थोड़ी कट गई।
उसको पहला चेंज बेसिस से डी और क्यू में अप्लाई करने के लिए बोलिए।
ओके
माइनर चेंज रिक्वेस्ट एसएपी टैग में क्रिएट कीजिए सर्विस नाउ में।
ओके
और सर्विस नाउ में वो क्रिएट करने के बाद हाँ आइलिन को यूजर को डेवलपमेंट और क्वालिटी में टेस्ट करने के लिए भेजिए ईमेल।
ओके
शी विल टेस्ट एंड विल लेट यू नो।
ओके
So once she tests in both development and quality, send an email to complete the C tasks. C task complete करने के बाद उसको ये कीजिए वो चेंज रिक्वेस्ट में डॉक्यूमेंटेशन अटैच करके MRD स्टैंडर्ड MRD है, आपको कुछ बदलना नहीं। अभी भेज रहा हूँ आपको।
every month I uploaded to SharePoint that one, no?
हाँ बेसिकली क्या होती है, फॉर एग्जांपल टैक्स रेट्स बिगिनिंग ऑफ मंथ में चेंज होते रहते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल आज का सेल्स टैक्स 9% है, कल से 9.25%। तो जब भी सेल्स टैक्स बदलेगा हमारा ये है हमारा सिस्टम ऑफ रेकॉर्ड टैक्सेस के लिए वर्टेक्स है, तो वर्टेक्स में बदलना पड़ेगा। तो ये डॉक्यूमेंट को ऐसे ही ऐसे ऐड कीजिए और आइलिन जो डेवलपमेंट और का ईमेल भेजेगी इनका उसको करके दीजिए। और मंडे हो या संडे हो वो भी हो, इम्पोर्टेंट चीज दिसंबर 1 के पहले ये प्रोडक्शन में जाना। Rates are effective December 1st. Invoice that is created before the application of new rates will have wrong tax rates.
Okay.
So it is important to close the complete the task before December 1st. So once the CTAS and everything is complete and the change request, even if it's Monday, even if it's Sunday, doesn't matter. Send an email to Ted and Ashish.
Okay.
And CC Helen and SAP basis. And say this is the monthly tax rate update change request. Please approve to move to production. They'll approve and then basis team will apply the patch in production also.
Okay, so this I have to do between 26th to 1st, before 1st, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't
Okay.
matter whether I do it on 27th itself.
Yeah. I mean यूजर उसका टाइम लेगी तो, और 26 27 तो हॉलीडेज, 27 28 तो हॉलीडेज है यूएस का।
Okay.
फर्स्ट डे की वर्किंग डे है। और दूसरा चीज, अगर आपको कोई सी टास्क अपने आप क्लोज करना है,
उसका वो होना
जैसा
चाहिए
आप राकेश को ईमेल भेजते रहते हैं ना, फॉर एग्जांपल इसका दिखाता हूँ। आप ओनली इम्पोर्टेंट चीज पे कीजिए। फॉर एग्जांपल इसका मुझे सी टास्क क्लोज करना है और ये हेलेन के नाम पर है।
किसका?
तो इसको चेंज करने के लिए पहला ही असाइनमेंट ग्रुप बदल दीजिए एसएपी फाइनेंस टू मैनेज, put it under your name and right click and save.
Okay.
Because now it is under your name, you can close this. At this point in time, I can change it back to ITBSA Helen, and now I can close this and say MRD attached. तो ये शॉर्टकट है दूसरे का नाम पे क्लोज करने के लिए. तो कोई अगर कोई ये कर रहे हैं, नहीं रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं और आपको जल्द से जल्द टाइम हो रही है तो आप ये कर सकते हैं.
So just out of curiosity, I tried that.
ओके ओके. मुझे एक कॉल में अटेंड करना है. अगर आपको ओके तो can you also stay? Do you have anything else?
Nothing else. Like you want me to join that call, or I wait for you again to join back?
No, just stay. I'll conference him.
Sure. सर शॉपिंग वॉपिंग हो गया आपकी पूरी?
Ramakant here.
Hi, Ramakant. This is Priyatam.
Hi, Jason.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I have Saurav also online. Hi, Saurav, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi, this is Saurabh.
And Ramakant, as you know, we both are from finance. I'm on site and Saurabh is offshore.
Okay. Okay. Hey everyone, Sandeep here.
Hey, Sandeep.
I think you give a second. I think for this Aarti will be joining in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. I have Ramakant and Saurabh online.
Hey guys.
Hey, Sandeep. One
Yeah.
thing before we start this. Next month, Vertex updates 26, 27. I mean, I'm not here, and because it's Thanksgiving, and first is actually on a Monday, so we have Thanksgiving break, and Saturday. I'm thinking it won't be before 25th. So, I mean, the turnaround time will be on the same day, probably.
But what about the changes that will be moving into the quality, to the development of the quality? So you guys will be having the change ready for 26 release?
I mean, again, every time, right? As soon as he gets the file, he will send you the email. But what I'm asking is, once you see the email, can you please follow up?
I will take care of that.
Yeah.
I will take care of that. So there's no problem with that.
Thank you. And I think Aarti is online now.
Yeah.
Hey, Aarti. Hey, Aarti.
Hey, Sandeep.
Hey, Aarti.
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me break up?
It's breaking up, Aarti.
Oh, okay. I don't know what is wrong, but yeah, I'm on receiver, on speaker. Not a receiver, not on speaker.
Okay. I mean, if you can hear me, I think that should be fine.
Yeah, I can hear. Please go ahead.
So basically, Aarti, yesterday Sandeep and I were looking into it, and It's an unfortunate coincidence, but the problem is not actually with the factory calendar, but it's actually with the jobs being moved from Redwood to ECC. So you were testing how to set up a job with factory calendar in ECQ when we were actually moving this to production. When we actually wanted to set this up in production. So this is what happened. The original Go Live team created the factory calendar of Dolby month-end dates in calendar B1. So calendar B1 will have the month-end dates. It doesn't have the starting date of the beginning of the month.
Okay.
And for me, actually this is not even a finance job.
Okay.
This is a job that's under FTM closed jobs. The NM job should run on day or run on the first day of the month. It has two steps. The first step is to update the TVC variables, and the TVC variable will update based on the system date.
Okay.
So for me, it's important to run the job on the beginning of the month at 00 hours.
Okay.
So for example, the current month-end date, which is maintained in the B1 calendar, is 11/21.
Okay.
So, but for me, the job should run on 11/22 at 0001, whatever it may be. But after the system date changes only. I mean, the reason I'm saying this is I cannot start the job at B1 calendar 11/21 date at 23:59.
So, Priyatam, what I'm trying to understand, what I've understood from what you're saying is that there are two jobs, one being an FTM job, the other being an NM job, which both uses the same calendar, but ideally both do not have the same run dates. Is that what I'm getting?
No. Sorry. I'm only talking about FTM closed jobs, one job.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, that was a side note, please ignore that. I'm just saying it's an MM job, it's not a finance job. But anyways, my point about the two things was, they are steps in the same job. They are not different jobs.
Okay. So both should start on 22nd only, right? Both should start on the same date.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. They are again one single job. With two steps, and that job should start on 11/22 at 0000 hours.
Okay.
So whatever we tested in ECQ while you were
I'm not sure what I don't remember, because that ECQ thing we tested for another job. I'm not able to recall what job we tested because we moved quite a few jobs. See, the only thing is, in case if we want any job to run on any particular day, the only thing that we do is we just give the batch job calendar and the time. That's all. So whatever date it is there in the calendar, it will pick it up.
That's a problem, Aarti. In Redwood, I'm just saying, currently or until last year, all the jobs were running in Redwood, and somehow Redwood had the capability to put in calendar B1 plus one date.
No, it did not. It did not. See, what had happened with Redwood was
Aarti, I can't do anything. I can show you, and I showed Sandeep. B1 calendar always had month-end dates. B1 calendar never had month-end. B1 calendar never had month beginning dates.
Okay. Let's say it doesn't have, and Redwood was running. So now there is no possibility that we can change the calendar dates.
I'm afraid to change the calendar dates because I know about my job. I don't know what all jobs use B1 calendar, and when they want to change when they want to run their thing. For example, let's say I'm just making up. If there is a PP job,
I got your point. So what we can one way do work around Priyatam, I'm not sure if this will work, but what we can do is I'll go ahead again try to schedule the job in Redwood, and Redwood has an option where it will show me what will be the next run date even before I schedule it. So I can go ahead and try to schedule it using the same calendar in Redwood and see if it is actually pointing to the date that you wanted to point at.
I think what was happening, I mean, again, it's just a guess. I think Redwood also didn't have that option, but I remember Redwood having the option to delay the job start. So in Redwood, it might have been scheduled at 11:59 p.m. on 21st per B1 calendar, but delay the start by 5 minutes so that when the job is actually triggered in ECC, it's 12:04. So it's already date change. I
I didn't see any job configured like that. I mean, at least when I checked, I didn't see any job configured like that. But yeah, I think we can still go ahead and do that. But that can happen only in Redwood again. We'll have to push it back to Redwood.
Yeah. So that's why the meeting was at the. So Sandeep and I tried a few combinations yesterday, and nothing seemed to work in ECC. So we think unless I create a new calendar and call it month start dates and give it to you and you schedule the current job with that new calendar, I don't think this is possible in ECC. So I think
we'll do one thing. Yeah. So as you suggested, we can go ahead and try it in quality first. Quality Redwood. We'll see how is it going. We'll see first if it is picking up whatever it has to pick up as per what you think, that delay of 5 minutes or whatever is that. We need to check if it's picking that up. If it's working, then yeah, we can move that to production. Would that be fine for you?
Yeah, of course. But again, one thing. Today is 19th, and whatever we do, we need to trigger this job on 22nd.
Yeah, okay. So I can test it. I can do it. Okay, I'll either do it tonight or tomorrow. We can finish in quality either today or tomorrow, and for production, then we'll target Friday.
Yeah,
that's fine. Is that fine?
Yeah. Thanks, Arti. That's all.
Priyatam, I was having one question. So how difficult is, I was thinking in another option. So instead of going to the Redwood, what is the option or how much is the work? Let us create a different calendar specific to the this requirement, right? So is it difficult to just copy or create another calendar like B1? It is a B1 right now. We can create it a B4 or a B3.
Basically, it takes effort, and I mean, as you know, I'm leaving, and I don't have time between now and tomorrow to create the calendar. And you saw it right yesterday.
Sure.
You have to click on the new entry button. There is no way to. Yes, Arti.
And the reason was because anyway, you guys have completely moved the jobs out of Redwood, and it's clean now. All the FTM jobs are on. Again, it comes back to hits the same point. Part of your jobs in Redwood and part of it in ECP. So
yeah. One second. यहाँ से बात कर रहा हूँ. Sorry, 1 minute.
Sure. So just a recap. December 15th, I have to ping exactly, and in SM35 production for GL recurring, I have to run his job in foreground, no? Process in foreground. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Minus 10 age equal 20 buckets.
Okay. हाँ, ये 3 टास्क है और क्या है वर्कफ्लो तो फिर से उधर ही बैठा है आशुतोष, वैसे भी आप भी जानते हैं।
सर ये जो -10 अमाउंट है वो क्यों आएगा किसी भी बकेट में? व्हाई इट शुड कम इन एनी बकेट? इट्स अ पार्शियल पेमेंट, नो? जस्ट अ deduction from total amount and that's it.
And basically, the first requirement was to show the partial payments in the invoice bucket. That was the first requirement.
Then ZFR is not showing any partial payment in the bucket.
Yeah, that's what Chaitanya mentioned, and now I'm telling Chaitanya even ZFR is wrong. So basically, हमारा ये सब प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट हुआ था, आपको याद है मेरा एग्जांपल वही था कि the customer creates an invoice 6 months ago and he pays $10 a month ago. So the first requirement was to change the 14 series doc number to 9 series because the customer doesn't know any partial payment, and we want to age the partial payment according to the invoice because the because he made a payment of $10 yesterday doesn't mean that doesn't mean that doesn't mean the invoice is aged from there. आपको याद है सौरभ? I mean the first requirement ये था कि the first requirement was to age the partial payment buckets for any partial payments or residual payments, get the baseline date of the invoice so that they age accordingly. Okay, Saurabh. I'll talk to you later. Then if I recollect anything, I will send you an email and I will talk to you. But आपको ये रिक्वायरमेंट तो पता चला ना? ये तो आई मीन रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से ये बहुत छोटा सा रिक्वायरमेंट था ये 3 रिपोर्ट्स में। कोडिंग करने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा है मुझे पता है, पर मेरा एक ही है, अब जो भी इंटरनल कैलकुलेशन कर लो। वो पार्शियल पेमेंट 1 to 30 ड्यू क्यों होती है? वो इनवॉइस 37.5 120 डेज की ड्यू होती है। मुझे क्या ओरिजिनल इनवॉइस अमाउंट का मतलब ही ये बनाना। ओरिजिनल इनवॉइस अमाउंट का मेरा मतलब एक ही था कि 3750 का इनवॉइस था और आप मुझे 2750 पे नहीं किए और वो 2750 120 डेज हो गया है आप पे करके। अगर आप फिर से 3750 दिखाएंगे, वो तो मुझे अगर मैं एक्सेल में पिवट बनाऊंगा, एक डेटा डंप लेके एक्सेल में पिवट बनाऊंगा, तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? ये तो मुझे वही मिलेगा कि आपने कुछ पे नहीं किया अब तक। तो पूरा मकसद वही था, आप पार्शियल पेमेंट्स और रेसिडुअल पेमेंट्स इनवॉइस अमाउंट से आप खुद ही डिडक्ट करके मुझे एजिंग बकेट में नेट ड्यू अमाउंट्स दे दीजिए। और टोटल अमाउंट क्या है? टोटल अमाउंट का मतलब कॉलम 1 प्लस कॉलम 2 प्लस कॉलम 3 इसीलिए है क्योंकि एक एक इनवॉइस एक बकेट में होती है, दूसरा इनवॉइस दूसरे बकेट में होती है। मुझे एक्सेल में डालने के बाद पिवट करने के लिए प्रॉब्लम होती है। तो पूरा अमाउंट एक ही कॉलम में रहेगा, तो FBL 5N की तरह मैं वो रिपोर्टिंग भी कर सकता हूँ। बाय कस्टमर कितना अमाउंट जो है वो भी निकाल सकता हूँ एक्सेल पिवट में। तो टोटल का मतलब वो है, टोटल का मतलब ये नहीं है कि 1 to 30 में -10 है, 120 प्लस में पॉजिटिव 3750 है, तो दोनों मिला के 2750 है। So can you please take care of that?
Sure. I'll just do it. I'll try to finish it tomorrow again.
नहीं सर, आज ही करना है
Okay. So,
प्लीज।
okay, sure.
थैंक यू सर।
Okay, sir. Great.
गुड इवनिंग, हैव अ गुड इवनिंग, बाय।